As expected, markets were quiet, and it looks like gold has found a bottom. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update on this July 3rd, the day before Independence Day, but every day is Independence Day, but obviously a great holiday, and I salute all those who gave me my independence. And markets were chirping along once again, running up to the moon. And of course, we had said yesterday and for the last couple of days that we'd be sellers at 2740 in the S&P, and 24,740 came, and it went just as fast as it came. In fact, it went faster, and the markets really got clobbered for a holiday trade. And for the day before holiday, volume was light. The VIX was down all day until the very end, like a great racehorse. It chirped right above, right through the finish line. And again, pretty ugly day for the day before a holiday. But I think this just goes to show that that the tops are most likely in. Now, again, we're not looking for any major sell-off. This is not something that we're saying, hey, we're going way down from here, we're going to make new lows. This is just a sell-off in a range. I do think we'll break to the downside, but again, this was pretty much expected from a level standpoint, and the market did break from those levels. I thought oil was really interesting today, although it closed relatively unchanged. It was up significantly, and then in about a 20-minute span, it broke about $2.5 before it came back to close about unchanged. But I think this is this is the kind of action you're going to see in oil. When it's said and done, oil is going to break just like you saw it today, and it's going to go, and it's not going to come back. But again, we don't know when that's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a question of when and from what level we see that. Gold came down and actually was up about 17, 18 bucks at one time before closing up about 12. But it does look like it might have found a bottom. And again, we're using 1240 as a level to keep us in. As I said yesterday, we had bought some nugget calls, and of course they did pop up pretty good today. But that's really what we're watching now and looking for opportunity there. The bonds were up again. Now again, we believe that the bonds are going significantly lower. We were sold at 145. They're a little bit higher than that, but we would be seller again at 146 as they continue. But when you look at the overall picture, the Russell was still the strongest. The Dow was still the weakest. But today, the NASDAQ was pretty weak. The NASDAQ was down about 80 or so points, which shows there's a little bit of pressure underneath this market now. And this could be the impetus to push it lower. So we'll see how it plays out. Remember, tomorrow is a holiday, so not much expected. On Thursday, we've got a lot of economic data, including the Fed minutes, and Friday, get the job. So those will be things to be watching for. Grains, wheat and corn were great today. Soybeans, for whatever reason, they cannot get off first base. They continue to get pounded at every opportunity. The soybeans are almost like the Dow. Every rally is met with dramatic sellers, and we just can't seem to get it going as it just withers and goes lower and lower. The meats were a little bit unchanged to higher, but hogs, as we said yesterday, we thought that they'd probably made a bottom, and they were up pretty good today, so that looks pretty good. Bitcoin was relatively flat, but we're at that 6,600 level. But the big picture here is pretty clear. All right, the markets look like they're in trouble. They look like they are going to start to break down here a little bit. Now again, we're not looking for a major sell-off to start with. What we'd be looking for is a substantial sell-off followed by the rally. Just like the last time we saw a rally and we wanted to see the subsequent rally back up to where we'd want to sell. That's the same kind of action we're going to be looking for now. We're not going to be in a hurry. We're not going to sit here and say this is time. Got to watch the volume and the volatility as it starts to play out. But really, there's just not a lot to be excited about these markets. They're extremely overvalued. I don't care what any news you hear about the great value, the great growth, the great jobs. None of it matters because we're going to start to see some inflation. We're going to see higher prices. Interest rates are going to go higher. And of course, that is our black swan event. Stronger dollar, higher interest rates. That will eventually create, I think, what we'll see in the meltdown. But in the meantime, we're going to sit back and still and say, let's wait for some certain levels. We'll make those trades when they show up, and until then, we'll sit back and relax. In the meantime, why don't you all sit back and relax on Independence Day on July 4th, and make sure you say thanks to everybody who made that day possible for you. And of course, I always do, thank you. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Daily Update, and we'll be back on Thursday after the close. Remember our high school investing program. If you'd like to help us out, again, we're 9 years here. We're trying to build this program, but again, I'm running out of capital to continue to fund it. I want to thank all those who helped so far, but we need more. If you want to help us out, go to patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day from 4 to 5 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. And to everybody, I salute you all. Happy Independence Day. Make it a good one. Be careful with the fireworks. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you back here Thursday. Bubba's Daily Update.